Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, coming at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch for you guys today, and I have two quick announcements. The first one being is me and my editor are actually working on shorts, and it's going quite well to the point where you guys might see a familiar short in the next week. So look forward to that, and comment and let me know what you guys think of it. The second thing is that I know I've been having some mic issues lately. It should be fixed now, but in addition to whatever comment you leave down below, whether it's telling me, hey, can you look over this card, this got bought out, or just anything really. And even if you don't comment, if you could tell me how my mic quality is, 1 through 10, I'm kind of aiming for a 9 or a 10. I would say 5, 6 is average. So if I see like 8s and above, that'd be great. Also, thank you guys so much for getting us to 100 likes on the last Market Watch. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for being subscribed and all that. And before we get into it, if you guys want to support me in any way, shape, or form, consider being a YouTube channel member. Helps get me equipment. I mean, even with my bad mic quality right now, where it messes up, it's still better than how it was in the past. And the reason I was able to upgrade to better equipment, as well as, get someone to help me with thumbnails, all that, is your guys' support, either through not just, YouTube channel membership or using my TCG affiliate link, which is down in the description below if you want to use that to help the channel to no additional cost to you, but just being here in general also really does help. So thank you guys so much. Now, let's all face the facts. Once we get Photon Hypernova in the TCG, KASHTIRA is going to wreak havoc. And I want to look at number 89, a card that's been bought out multiple times, sell back down. I mean, if you got for $1, you're winning regardless. I think this card was going to peak at anywhere from 6 to 8. Currently, right now, for near mint verifieds, we have 101 listings, $3, and I've been seeing this kind of dip to more threes, but they go to $4.5, $5 quite quickly, and I feel like this card can easily go $5, but a lot of people are kind of cashing out, because if you got this card at $1, you don't want to hold these like crazy, you want to offload some of them. So if this card goes to 6 to 8, I think it's going to be the max. I don't think it's going to hit double digits like some of us hoped. If you have a crazy amount of these cards, and when I say crazy amount, I don't mean like 10, 12 copies. I'm talking like something closer to triple digits, if not triple digits. And you got these around $1 or less, or like $1.25. I mean, the card's $4 going up to $5. You might want to let go of a good amount of copies at this point. Not something crazy, but some of them. We also have number 11 Big Eye Ultimate Rare. I want to go back over this card because it's actually going up even further to $170 to $200. So if you got this card at $70 when I told you, you have a nice old ulti that everybody wants that nobody has now. How does that feel? In fact, I just want to point this out. But the people who actually have this, I mean, you have an Italian here, which looks great, actually. You guys know I'm Italian, so I love Italian cards. Numero 11, Grande Ochiho. I probably didn't say that right. But card looks great, right? Then so less than 1,000 sales here, but basically a $200 card almost. So keep an eye on that. Originals, I had someone actually ask me, should I offload my first edition near mint here? Now, you do have a first edition near mint from 0% over here for $22. And if you actually go first editions here, and I mean, obviously I have verified on, but if you want to gamble on that $22 one, I mean, near mints go up to, what is this, $55, $54. So getting one for 22, I mean, it's unverified seller, but you can find deals if you look through this. But when it comes to first edition near mints, you got 53 here going up to $59, $60 here. This card can easily hit 60. Now, KASHTIRA don't always play this. I've seen lists that don't play this. I don't think those lists are great when it comes to their choice of including Big Eye or not. I think this card should definitely be played in the extra deck at 1 copy. It's just really, really good. And we might even see this weird, odd thing where we saw back in Dragon Roar format, for those who don't know, one of the big skill gaps that players used to do, and this was a huge mindfuck at that point, was they used to actually play games of taking each other's Big Eyes and when to summon Big Eye, if to leave a Big Eye on the field, all that jazz. It was really, really fun actually to see those interactions here. But yeah, basically $60 on that. Would I sell mine? I mean, if you got yours for cheap, like less than $20, because I told people secrets at 10 to 15 are very good. Yeah, you're made a lot of money already. Mecha Fanbeast, Draco Sack, Secret Rares. I want to check up on this. Unlimiteds are 20. That's actually quite cheap. First editions, $50. I think $50 to $62 is a fine price for this. Obviously, you should have got this earlier, and I apologize if it seems like I'm pushing that forward, but I feel like there's always a large amount of Yu-Gi-Oh players that they hear about this archetype from locals, online news forums, videos, everything. Like, it's really hard to not know how good Kashtira is for, when Proton Hypernova comes. I'm not saying the exact specifics here, but just everybody's heard this multiple times and all that, and there's still going to be a bunch of players going like, well, I hate how there's a buyout in the secondary market, you know, on Big Eye and Draco Sack, you know. Nobody told me these things, even though they've been saying it for months on end, and I've heard it multiple times and just chose to ignore it. And now I have to pay this price, which I don't really have to because, you know, there's supers right here, which are going up. But, I mean, $2 is, it's a big difference between $2 and an electricity bill. I'll tell you that. Or a McChicken and an electricity bill. So, in the comment section below, I don't want to hear it. But, yeah, super rares, $2 here. If you got these as a penny stock, good job. Draco Berserker of the 10E Secret Rares. This has been going up because it's just very good against certain decks in the format. These were around $10, but right now they're $17, $18 for Secret Rares. I actually ended up cashing out around 10 to 12. I was like, yeah, that's a really good amount for a card I got for $1. I don't really care. So, and I don't regret, even though it's $18 now. Secret Rares, if you have this, good job. You got Ultra Rares from Chaos Impact, which it's nice to see Chaos Impact gain a little bit more value now. You got a cheap one here for 12 until you go up to 15s here, 15, 16, actually. So that's pretty good. Golden Ladybug, Light of Destruction. So once per turn during your standby phase, you reveal this card in your hand and you gain 500 life points. The cool thing about this is not only is it a card for time, but since it's kind of it is a monster and a card advantage, you just gain the life if you have this during your standby phase. And if your opponent tries to activate something during draw / standby or main, you don't kind of get stuck doing things, which is kind of nice. And again, it is a monster you could summon on board, make Link Karibo or something. But you know, this is also used in certain Exodia decks, stall decks, all that. You have a first in your mint for about $2 there, but first editions in general are some money, actually. This card was always a bit of money, but what I did not know is that there was a super rare, actually, from Trials of the Kingdom here. And the Speeduel Supers look so clean. The fact that this got a rarity upgrade, I know it's a janky card, but it's been janky for so long. It's so nice to see some type of upgrade. And that's something I really do like about Speed Duels, is that this gives rarity cards rarity bumps that would never have gotten rarity bumps if it was not for Speed Duel. And that's something I have to thank the game for. And these aren't bad. I mean, you got one here for 5. 6s, 7s, you know, it's not great, but at least it's available. And 6, 7, I mean, if you're using this card and you really like this card, super for $6, $7, not too bad. And then you have the DTs here, which I know it's technically hollow print, but let's face the fact, a lot of players use DT to flex, not really because they like the rarity. I know there's some people who do like dual terminal rarity. I like it for very, very, very specific cards, and I think it's all extra. I do not like using DT monsters. But these are like $360, $370, going up to $6 here. Getting a place of these DTs might be the move as well. I mean, we have a very short amount of these in circulation here. Golden Castle of Stromberg, Battles of Legends here. Just an old classic card here. Secret Rares are like $5 here. And if you actually go near mints, they go up to about $10 here. So getting these near mints for 5, 6s, not too bad. If you don't know what this card literally just banishes 10 cards from the top of your deck. So Grand Maju could play this. Some do. And that's pretty good. I mean, banish 10 straight up, pretty strong there. And then it has the rest of the effect, but that doesn't really matter too much. Borolo Dragon from Circuit Break here. We actually have quite a few Circuit Break cards to go over here. This card got bought out to $25, $35 for first edition near mints at one point, and then it trickled back down and was selling around 20 to 15s, and you know, everything in between 10, 15. Right now for first editions here, these are light plays $4.50, near mints $6 here. In fact, near mints are only going to run you about 6.5, going up to 8s here. The card doesn't go up for a little while. However, history does repeat itself. I believe this card will get out again to $20 to $30. Getting these at 5.6 is really great. And what some people don't like to do is they don't like to go towards a look at a buyout after, say, 3-4 months and see how it's actually progressed, because some cards go back to the value that they were. And Borreload was roughly a $5-6 card, and that's what they are right now. People are trying to just offload this at 6.5, 7. The 38 listings for near mints. In fact, if we put light plays on 55, that's not too much for a card that is very collectible, anime card, and it's a good rank 4. This card could come back in the limelight once in a while. I think its effects are really good. It also has built-in protection, which is nice. You also have the dual power alternate art, which is going to attract people in general. And these are, well, you have a light play unlimited here for $1. Let's look at verified first editions are. First edition, you're at 46 listings. You got basically Dollar City here, but it goes up to a $3 card. So if you want to get these at $1, I mean, if you don't like this buyout, or not this buyout, but this investment after a while, you could get rid of it when it goes to 3s or 4s. And when you get a card for $1, hits 3, that's kind of triple your profit. That's kind of what you're aiming for. It's a percentage thing, not really a value dollar thing for a lot of these cards, especially penny stonks. Like, a lot of people get penny stonks because they think they're going to go to 10 plus. And while that does happen, I mean, Blazing Masquerade helped me get a place to live. Hello. That's why I will always love that card. But usually your penny stocks, you're going to want, if you get them for like 50 cents, they go at $2, that's what you want. You get them at $1, they go at 3, that's good. It doesn't mean that they can't go up and that you have to sell at that price. It just depends on the card in general. It's just, I don't want people to walk away with penny stocks thinking that they're going to be able, that they're like, the Wolf of Wall Street or something, and they think it's going to go up to the moon. Akashiki Magician here, Circuit Break. I haven't looked at this card since like 2020. 2 monsters with the same type, except for tokens. Basically what this card does is if it's link summon, you return all monsters this card points to the hand, which it can return your card, which is cool. If you put it to the zone, this could return one of your opponent's cards if they're not careful with the zone. Once per turn, you could declare a card name, excavate cards from the top of your deck equal to total link rating of the link monsters co-linked to this card. So basically, you're literally excavating 1 or 2. But if you match, if you can make this towards a link monster that's big, you excavate a little more. I know the text is a little complicated here. I don't read this card often. And then if you get the declare card, you add to your hand, and then you send the remaining cards to the graveyard. So this could be really good at adding a cool card to your hand, excavating, and getting cards in the grave, as well as the bounce. So this card is good, right? It's just very situational. $6 for near mints. It's not that bad. Now, what shocks me is the super rare from Shadows of Valhalla, something I used to have a ton of. These are $2. So what I'm personally thinking is this is seeing play for specific reasons, right? Because these were like everywhere. This was a bulk card that was never supposed to go up in value. And by the way, I love her artwork so much. It just looks super cool. People like to say waifu and all that, and I don't know. This doesn't look like fan service to me. This looks like a normal card, and she looks awesome, right? I also like how her hair, like she could actually strangle people with that hair. Mescalinosaurus, gold rare here. Dollars on these. These were like quarters, now they're like dollars. That's a pretty big increase. People are hyped for the new dinosaur archetype. For what's called, not, I think it's called not Amazing Defenders, but Wild Survivors. And if you guys don't know, I made a video talking about that and what my favorite archetype is. The video did not do that bad. It's got about 500 views since my last video. Go check it out after you're done with this. When I cover news late, I expect like 400 views max, but sometimes I just want to cover it to give my thoughts and all that. So thank you guys for supporting that video. I do appreciate it. Red Eyes Black Dragon Ghost from the past here. These are about $66. I feel like these were 40s earlier. I just want to see something. Maybe I'm thinking of a different card. No, I'm definitely thinking of a different card. $60 for this. I think this is a good Ghost Rare to have at least one copy of. I think this could slowly but surely go up over time. I think that this card below 100 is a crime. I also think that a lot of the ghosts from Ghosts of the Past 2 are very good to grab, and the reason why that they're so cheap as well is because people are upset because, if you guys do not know, since this is quite old news, a lot of people had these before this set even released because people were getting them from the factory. There was news that people were getting these printing more and hoarding them, and all that stuff. So a lot of people, and this kind of happens with Starlights and Ghosts. And I don't know if this is to hinder the prices, because some of this times I hear this, I just think it's some bull. But not for Ghosts of Past 2, because I actually saw a Dark Magician Girl Ghost Rare before it was printed. And I was like I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks before, maybe a whole month. I was like, wow, like I just went to go see it, and it was very cool. Someone sent me I saw in person, then someone sent me a picture. But I still think that these are gonna rebound slowly but surely. $60 for a Ghost Rare Red Eyes, definitely not bad. Someone want me to go over Spirals. Now, Spiral Give Big Red, a card that I actually have signed by MCole40. These super rares are just money. They're like $8 here. Personally, I don't think Spiral's going to come back or do anything, but we got rares here for like cents here. I don't think that Konami is going to reprint this card at all, because why would they? Konami does not like Spiral, because if it's a tier 0 format, they didn't want Spiral to go that crazy, so they butchered it, and then Pepe came out, all that. But when we got Magician Souls, Spiral actually became a tier 1/tier 1.5 deck, because of Magician Souls, and they actually ended up banning a Spiral card. They were like, yeah, we don't want you. You go away. And if that card ever comes back to say 1, which it is possible, I think Spiral could see some play. I think these rares at quarters aren't too bad. I want to invest like crazy into this card. But getting some first sight copies for like 30-40 cents, this card, we get Masterpiece to 1 or something. This card could go to a few dollars. It's possible. You also have Double Helix, which is another card that I definitely think you should be investing in. It's just a straight dollar. Konami never reprinted this card either, which is very funny. I told people to get these at $1. Actually, they're $2 now. This card could be $1 up to $10, whatever. It all just depends on what it decides to be that day, by the way. Also, I want to mention, I actually have some OTS 20 packs to open up at the end of this video. I know some of them are upside down here. So we're going to go over some OTS 20 at the end, see kind of what we could pull here. But yeah, Spiral Double Helix, not bad. Super Agent here from Dark Illusions, $1 here, going up to like 2. It's not bad for Super Agents. I know this card also has supers here. Like 200 supers. So this card's not going up anytime soon. Personally, if you want to grab a few rares and some double helixes, I think at $2 it's still fine. I think for up to like 3, it's pretty good. I wouldn't really get them past 3, but yeah, not a bad card to get. Not many listings either, so maybe even 3 or 4 is okay, but you got the super quick fixes here. These are like 50 cents. Not bad either. Libromancer Fire from Dimension Force going up because of the new support. I think it was MBT made a video with the archetype from Amazing Defenders, where Amazing Defenders isn't good, but we might have a very weird engine with Oomphy, I think her name is, where you're able to snatch steal an opponent's monster. I think it negates and then snatch steals. Maybe incorrect on that, so do not take me at face value on that. But he played it with Libromancers. I know Libromancers did a lot of other things as well that I mentioned in the last Market Watch. And this card is now $10 whole. So if you have spare Libromancer Fires, I would get rid of them. Dimension Force is aging better and better as we go further. Like, this set's kind of going crazy. Like, I feel like, what does this set really need at this point? To become really good. I might get a little bit of this set just for fun. If I could get a case for a price that's not dumb. You got Geek Boys here at $3 as well. I told people to get these at 50 cents because they were really cheap. We're getting more Libromancer support. And when it was announced, I thought this card, not really touching the dollar mark even, was kind of ridiculous. So now you got them at $3. So very, very good here. And then you have the first appearances. They're like $1 for the field spell. Everyone's pulled this, so this card's not going to go up too much. In fact, I actually want to see what's the ultra at for this card. Ultra. There we go. Premieres are like 7.5 going up. They go up to $11, $12, but premieres were like 6, 7 before, so not too much of an increase here. So if you want to get your cute little ultra rare, which I don't know why you want to run the secret rare with Fire, like having an Ultra Geek Boy and then a secret Fire would just bother me personally. So especially if I have to pay more for this, just kind of odd here. And then the last card we have before we go over OTS 20 and then open up some OTS 20 packs is Dark Blade of the Dragon Knight. So before I get into this, if you guys could smash that like button and subscribe, that would be great. If we get 100 likes on this video, that would be awesome. Let me know how the mic quality is, 1 through 10, in the comment section below. Basically a 6 being average, aiming for 8 or higher here. And then, you know, some notes and all that. I want to go actually and see what are light plays and limits. I don't really care about Slobberdon. First set light play for 11 here. 13 there, going up to 15. In fact, we're just going to go up to first sets here. Yeah, 11 going up to 18, going up to, what are near mints here? $35 here. Honestly, it's a good card to get for old format. And this card just looks really cool. I like Darkblade a lot as a vanilla. And Pitch Black Dark Dragon is like whatever to me, but this card looks cool, and it uses one of my favorite vanillas. So, inflicts battle damage to your opponent. You select 3 monster cards from your opponent's graveyard and remove them from play, which could be very noticeable because in all formats you could banish their lights or dark, so they can't go into BLS. You banish this if they have some type of recursion. You could banish it as well, something that they can reborn. You know, something like Magician. It's because it says 3 monster cards, sadly, so it's not 2 bucks. So it said 3 cards. Imagine banishing like Graceful Charities and stuff, so your opponent cannot Magician of Faith them. That'd be really cool. But now OTS 20 here. I have my filters on, so do not worry. No buyouts are happening here. We're gonna clear all here and then go OTS 20 again. Alright, so, I see a rate for 35. Oh, it's damage. Light plays for 41, 42. Near mints are 47 here, going up to 50. So that's pretty cheap for Ray, honestly. And then we have Alubers here at 42. Cherries are just dropping like hats here. Heralds at 2s. Nimble Beavers at 2s. $1. This card could go from $1 to $5 all the time. It's actually really funny. Sacred Trees at $1 here. I actually want to look at Aluber and see what the listings are here. Goes up to 60 actually. So that's very notable because if we actually go just near mints here, you got one for 42, 45s, then 60s, and 120 here. So Aluber is going up. So if you want your ulti Alubers, I would definitely get them while you could. And with the ban list looming over, Alubers can go up. So make sure that you do have this card for an ultimate rare. And I will see you guys in a second here for some clean OTS openings. Alright, so hopefully we can pull an ulti Aluber of our own or array. I really don't want cherries, not just because it's the worst ulti, but I just have no interest in it. I pulled a misprint dialect. Oh, okay, so I keep forgetting that for OTS 20, these super rares in the front, I really don't like how Konami has to always change if it's in the front or back or not. Like, I feel like pack openers, like, you know, Roxanne, Jobber, Cyber Knight, all that, I feel like it takes a skill to know and memorize exactly all the cards, where the super is. Does this, oh, okay, and I messed it up. We got Necromonic King. I mean, at least our supers are good, and that's kind of all we can hope for. So, the ulti's in the front, so it's, if I have to do this, that's what I have to do. Maybe we have an ulti here. Who knows? Bistar, good comment. Well, we have an ulti, but, okay. I still messed up. Ulti Winter Cherry. See, I can't complain about getting an ultimate rare when I actually got all 7 of these packs for a very decent price. Just someone pulled it. They were like, yeah, I'd rather have, you know, X amount. And I didn't feel like doing the pack tricks. I didn't feel like there was an ulti here. But we got Super Nimble Beaver. This opening was very good. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the ulti cherries like I have. Let's see what the quality is on this. A lot better than the one I pulled on the live stream on Tuesday. So maybe I'll keep it and work my way up to a set. I mean, if I keep pulling cherries, I might as well have a set for myself. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.